Hi guys, uh, myself Suman Parida, and I happen to be the owner of CBR 650F. I'm right now located, residing in Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and I got the bike when I was in Pune 1 year back. So I have spent this bike for around like 6 months or 7 months there in the ghats of Pune, and then I got it back to Odisha, Bhubaneswar, in which in here I have been riding it for somewhat around a year. So the bike has currently gone through around 1.5 year and clocked some 35,000 kilometers. Yes, so that was the intro, and you can go ahead with the questions if you have any.
So the first question is, so you do have other bikes on the same segment and with the same price point. So what made you buy the CBR 650? You actually move around the streets of Odisha or any place. I think that 650 is the less seen bike
Yes,
on the
the
street,
least
right?
seen bike. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that happens to be so, and the prime reason being, see, we are ultimately Indians, and we tend to see, what's given on the plate, what the size of the thing. So for that thing, like more, many of us don't see the fact that, they actually see the fact that in 8 lakhs we are not getting anything, dramatic, or looking something outstanding, or having tons of electronics in it or something as such. So on the counterpart, you see, be it the Versus, or the Z800 being bulky, muscular, filled with 113 horses and all. So then there's the Triumph Street Triple, and then we have the Benelli 600 GT, which looks huge. So for that reason, I think the CBR falls short of, because very less amount of people are able to figure out what really matters in a ride. It's not just the electronics, or what size the bike is or anything. You need to sit on it, sit on the saddle, ride it for a couple of kilometers, and then know your needs. So I believe the ones who have currently been riding the CBR 650 are very well sorted guys. They know practically what they need. So they were having this thing in their mind that we need to be having a sports bike which which can tour, and probably these would be those guys which are upgrading from CBR 250 or the Ninja 300, and they want something which a fared fared look, and then they need the winds not to be disturbing them when they are cruising at high speeds, or clocking long distances. So that's where the CBR 650 suits in. It's the perfect sports tourer by the name, how it has been getting sold in India. So yes.
So basically, this video is a ownership review. So the user who are looking out there for this interview is basically they wanted to know what are the good and bad bits of this bike.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So it has to be very crisp and clear.
Yes.
What things you like about the bike and what you don't like about the bike.
Okay. Um, so I'll start with the things that I do not like about the bike. First off, uh, let me find out. Yeah. Okay. I believe the fairing kit on this bike, it's very. It's the ground clearance, I would say, it's too less. So I happen to be touching a couple of speed breakers at the time. That primarily could be the reason. The reason for this one could be primarily the fact that I happen to be 100 plus, so the weight factor matters a lot. And apart from that, yeah, the stock tires which come on this bike, those are good, but not that great as per for extensive usage.
So you have upgraded the tires.
Yes, I have upgraded the tires. The front one, the rear set is Pirelli Pilot Power 3, and the front one is also the same. I have ordered it. It's coming up right away. Yes, I have upgraded the size as well. It's 190 by 50. The reason for this upgrade was that I have already been trying. This is my fourth set of tires. So the third set of tire got used up in a burnout video. That was in a friend's marriage, so we just got wild and did some freaky burnouts. Yes, this is the fourth set of tire, and yes, I am completely loving the Pirelli Pilot Power 3. It completely suits the bike. Yes, the tires are one thing, and apart from that, there is yes, I forgot to tell one more negative thing. I don't know if it's negative or not, but the engines that Honda have been producing, they happen to be ultra smooth everywhere, be it 250cc or 400 or 500 parallel, or it's 600 inline 4, anything. Those happen to be ultra smooth and all. but many of our users in the current CBR 650 forums and me as well, we have been you know feeling a sort of buzz somewhere around 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers. It's not that annoying, but yes, it does tend to exist. The buzzes are still there. So that's one fair bit odd thing about the bike, that the engine, being a Honda, tends to be a bit buzzy. But I don't think apart from that there is anything else. Yes,
So the stock exhaust also produce a very nice.
yes,
Do
yes,
you have
yes.
that problem?
Yes,
Can't
the
you
stock exhaust, see, it's again built by the purpose. This happens to be a sports tourer. Okay, and the sports tourers, tourers specifically are never supposed to be producing loud sounds. They are supposed to be go. I mean, they are supposed to go long miles. They are supposed to munch distances. So they should never be, irritating anyone the time they are rolling on the streets. So for that reason, I believe Honda has, simplified the exhaust fair bit, and the note that it produces, it is probably the least sounding, motorcycle in this segment. But that's again, yes, it's valid for the reason. And those who need to have that growling sound or something to be loud, they can obviously install aftermarket exhaust like I've done. Uh, Currently, the exhaust that's installed on this one, it's Hot Bodies Racing MGP Growler exhaust. It's a full system, and it was imported via Performance Racing. Uh, the price for this one was 86,000, including the shipping charges. Uh, Talking about the advantages, first and foremost thing, it's a Honda. So reliability is the prime question. I'm not sure if I'll be able to point down only 5 points, or it might extend a bit. So excuse me for that. So yes, the first point being it's a Honda. So reliability, hands down, the best thing ever. I mean, I have been thinking of taking this bike to Leh Ladakh this July, so I will be taking it. Have to take this side fairing off, so that I can install bash plates and all. But the engine itself is completely reliable. So yes, it can withstand any sort of thing that you can give it to it if you are potential enough. Then it's good, fair bit. Apart from that, the service costs and the spare parts availability, it's fantastic. Like in every Honda dealership I've been through, the states I have crossed through, so they tend to be having all the spares those are needed for general service and maintenance, be it oil filter, oil, or clutch plate, or anything. So that's outstanding that for this bike they are always having that spare thing readily available for any usage. And then there is the spare parts cost. So it's the cheapest in the segment, I would say. For instance, the air filter costs something around $700, and then the levers cost 250 or 300, and the indicators cost 500. Like, I can continue speaking all about the bike. It's fantastic. I mean, we can't expect something to be so cheap in this segment. The clutch plate, for God's sake, it comes somewhat around 3,000 or something, and that's like the cheapest. You compare it with Ninja 300 or something. Yes, it's completely less. I mean, so yeah, I have changed the clutch plate once or twice maybe, because I do pop a lot of wheelies, and also those eat up the clutch. So according to my usage, this bike has completely, astonished me till now. I have changed the rear sprocket as well. Sorry, the chain sprocket set as well, because it happened to be so, it was getting clunky and all. So got to change it. Price for the chain sprocket set was somewhat around 12,000, including the front, rear, and the chain. So it again is the cheapest. You get 18,000 or 19,000 for the Ninja 650. I might be wrong. So this is the cheapest thing in the market segment. You compare it with Benelli or Kawasaki or Ducati, or Harleys. I don't even consider Harleys. And then you have other things like the British Triumph, Street Triple, and all. So compared to everything else, it's the cheapest thing to be maintained, and that's one prime reason I'm so much confident about riding it daily. So I have been riding it daily since I have bought it. If I would have skipped one single day, then the very next day I would do the double kilometers just to compensate it. So it's very user friendly. It forgives you whatever mistake you do to it. Maybe you give up, instant throttle to get out of a traffic situation, or you're forgetting, and then you apply the brakes sometime, and then it's completely forgiving. So it's not something which surprises a newcomer and then kills him. It's very, very friendly. And Then I missed out a couple of things in the negative feedback though. Like the bike doesn't have engine temperature gauge or the gear indicator and all. But if you are a seasoned rider, then I believe you don't even need a gear indicator. Like you never need to know in which gear you are. So it's like something which not, yes, it's onto you. And about the temperature go, yes, it has to be there. I mean, at times, although this bike doesn't heat up much, yes, that's possibly the third plus point. It doesn't heat up as much as the other bikes. I've ridden the Benelli, I've ridden the Z800 as well. Those bikes are freaking, frying pans. I mean, they heat up like anything. Again, not talking about the Harleys. I mean, you can actually use them for cooking omelette and all. But this one is fantastic. Like be it the heat dissipation or the heat generated from the engine, it's minimal compared to the segment and all. So that's one good thing. Then I have also upgraded the visor, which it's a MRA touring visor, which reduced the wind blast. This helped me making this sports tourer even more touring specific. And another thing is that I also said, like, I have been doing wheelies and all. So this bike being a fully faired bike, the nuts and bolts, the fiber fittings, the stay, everything towards the front end, it's so much sturdy and rigid that I never faced anything, falling off or falling apart or, creating some annoying noise or something. So I've done a fair bit of off-roading in this as well. Never faced any sort of disappointment, and also, yes, it has been a complete companion till now. And one negative for all the other competitors, I believe, like you get a very few number of fully faired sports bike here in India for the mid segment. You might be having the Versus, which is again a complete different thing. It's a highway sports tourer, but not off-roader. Versus is not an off-roader, so it's a highway tourer. But again, it's a parallel thing, so it's some people don't like the noise factor in there, and then there are a lot of things. So it again is a beautiful machine. I personally love Versus a lot. But yes, the time I got this, Versus was not launched, so kudos to Honda. Yes, so that would wind up positives and negatives for this one. So that's it from my side, and I'm not that much senior, or any such expert in motorcycling or being a biker myself. I wouldn't call that much, but yeah, the time that I have spent with a motorcycle or with a heavy CC motorcycle, I have realized that it's not CC or it's not something else that kills you. It's your skill set, your mentality towards riding, or be it the fact that you are having a 100 cc Splendor or 1000 cc Gixxer. The things that kill you is your self presence on the road, how you behave, how you behave in a group, how you behave when you are solo. So a lot many things decide it. So I would highly recommend the youngsters and everyone else, be it the youngsters or the one who have already grown up but not having that much of sense grown up till now, that please wear your gears, wear a helmet at least, and behave well on the road. I myself happen to be doing wheelies and everything, but the ones who have been riding with me know the fact that how I do them. I completely isolate myself to a place where there is sort of zero risk factor, so that I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just being myself on the road, having fun, having a good time, at the same time taking care of others. Because when on road, you're not alone. So that's it. All the very best. Ride safe. Cheers.
So, guys, you just heard Suman sharing his experience on his bike for the, I mean, like, so he has been riding this bike for the last couple of years, and he has almost shared all his experience on this video. And I think it's quite easy for you now to decide if you should go for a bike like the CBR 650F. And since I ride a CBR 250, so I know the kind of thing I'm like Suman is actually expressing when he says that the spare part costs are very cheaper and the availability of service is good, the bike is reliable. So I do agree to all of these facts. So that's all, my friends. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please give a thumbs up to this video if you like this, and please do subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. Have a great day. Bye bye.